Good afternoon and welcome. Thank you so much for braving the cold weather and what looks like rain but might be snow. Thank you for joining us. For all of us in the Department of Mechanical Science and Engineering, this is the biggest celebration we've had, well, at least since any of us have been in mechanical science and engineering. And I'd like to begin by thanking and welcoming a few special people we have with us. Today we have with us Chancellor Robert Jones, Provost Andreas Congelaris and his wife Helen, from the College of Engineering, Executive Associate Dean Martin Wong. We have with us also the Dean Designate. I'm not quite sure where he's sitting, but Rashid Bashir, thank you. Also, my predecessor as department head and an important leader of this project, Professor Placid Ferreira. And although I don't think he's with us, unless he's hiding, I want to mention another champion of our project from the early days and a great friend of MEXI. That's the former Dean of Engineering and Provost, Dr. Adi Adesida. Welcome to the members of the Alumni Board who have traveled here today, and thank you so much. And thank you to the other alumni who are here to celebrate. And thanks for our great MEXI staff and faculty, and especially for our guests of honor today, a 1981 alumnus of the department, Mr. Sidney Liu and his wife, Jenny. And welcome to Sidney's brother, Chris Liu, and all their wonderful family and friends who have joined us here today. Thank you very much for being here. For the MEXI students who are here, and it looks like I see quite a few, thank you for joining us. This day is really your day. We're breaking ground today on a project that we affectionately call Transform MEB. MEB is an abbreviation for Mechanical Engineering Building, and it's sitting right behind you. But don't look, it's not very exciting right now. The transformation part is the exciting part, and I'd like to take just a few moments to tell you what's going to happen. Transform MEB consists of three main parts: a full renovation of the existing building, modernizing it from top to bottom, enclosing an underutilized courtyard, which many of you probably don't even know exists, and turning it into an effective instructional laboratory, and saving the best for last, the most exciting part is building a 25,000 square foot, 5-level addition that will stand right where we are now. MEB stands pretty much as it was when it opened for classes back in 1950. Meanwhile, mechanical engineering, engineering mechanics, science, technology, the University of Illinois, and the rest of the world move forward by leaps and bounds. It's definitely time for the mechanical engineering building to get caught up. Why is this needed? We keep returning to three simple and compelling answers: education, innovation, and community. Our student body can go toe-to-toe with the best students anywhere in the world. So in our view, mechanical engineering and engineering mechanics students deserve the best opportunities in the world for education, innovation, and community. The Transform MEB project will enable us to provide those in one incredible facility. Active learning classrooms that are optimized for education, allowing students to use modern technology to collaborate on projects like they will after graduation, and to reach their full potential in their studies. There will be much improved hands-on learning and new teaching laboratories for biomechanics, robotics, automation, mechatronics, design and manufacturing, metalworking, woodworking, and heat transfer, and more. There will be incredible innovation facilities, including a suite of senior design studios in the new MEB Makerspace, which will feature a computer lab, dozens of 3D printers, laser cutters, and more tools than I can name, and a massive open workspace. Innovative students from across the campus will be invited to join us and collaborate on creative ideas in this space. And spaces for building community, meeting rooms, a student center with a coffee shop, tables, chairs, reading nooks, a home away from home for our students, which is something we've worked for a long time. That pretty much sums up why we're doing it. And as for how we're able to do it, it's because of our alumnus and friend, Mr. Sidney Liu, and his wife, Jenny. Without him, we would not be breaking ground today. Sidney has shared our vision since the earliest discussions of the Transform MEB project, and his support is making it a reality. We are humbled and grateful for the incredible generosity Sidney has shown to the MEC department and our students. This is not the first time we have benefited from Sidney's generosity. Just a few years ago, we celebrated a named professorship he bestowed to us in the name of his mother, Mrs. Tung Chao Julia Liu. During his visit to campus that day, it seemed that he had an interest in the project that to us was only a dream at the time, to put an addition onto the east side of MEB. That evening, at a celebration dinner, at the end of an already wonderful day, Sidney expressed that his interest in the building addition was greater than any of us had imagined by uttering 4 simple words: "Let's make this happen." Those 4 words set us off on a journey that led us to today's groundbreaking. And while we're not at the end of the journey yet, today is a significant milestone along the way, and one that will be forever remembered in the pages of MEC history. So thank you again, Sidney and Jenny, and we look forward to hearing from you a little bit more later in the program. And now it is my honor to introduce the Executive Associate Dean of the College of Engineering, Dr. Martin Wong.
I'm glad to give some remarks on behalf of the College of Engineering. For nearly 150 years, the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign has built a global reputation for excellence in engineering. The College of Engineering has been a leader in research and education, as evidenced not only by national and international rankings, but by its imprint on a host of innovations. A staple from the beginning has been mechanical science and engineering, first referenced on this campus as early as 1870. More than a century later, mechanical engineering combined with theoretical and applied mechanics in 2006 to form the current Department of Mechanical Science and Engineering, or MEC. Over the years, MEC alumni have made indelible societal changes. People like Ernest Ingold of the class of 1909, whose firm played an important role in the design, manufacture, and modification of automobiles to meet the very special needs of handicapped persons. Or 1990 PhD graduate K.R. Srihar, who has left an indelible mark on the area of clean energy through his firm Bloom Energy. Most recently, Richu Raman of the class of 2017 has teamed with MEC and bioengineering researchers to develop a new class of walking biobots powered by skeletal muscle cells that can be triggered by an electric pulse. As you can see, MEC has a broad and diverse research program and epitomizes the growing desire for cutting-edge interdisciplinary research. To that vein, mechanical science and engineering professors have been at the center of the development of many world-class research centers. For example, the International Institute for Carbon Neutral Energy Research, or ISNA, a collaboration with Kyushu University in Japan that focus on science that underline technology for dramatic reductions in carbon emissions. Or more recently, the establishments of the NSF Power Optimization of Electrothermal Systems Center, or POETS, which is attacking the thermal and electrical challenges surrounding mobile electronics and vehicle design. While great people have been at the center of our success, top-notch facilities are needed to have the kind of impact we desire going forward. Instead of simply modernizing MEB, our grand vision is to create the best mechanical science and engineering education and research center of its kind in the world. With the foresight of planners and support of alumni and friends, most notably Mr. Sidney Liu, we will make it happen. We are grateful for his all-in commitment to the project and to the University of Illinois to make the vision a reality. Thank you, Sidney. We have a tremendous history, and as we mold 21st century mechanical engineers, we will have a facility to match our global reputation. Thank you.
Thank you, Martin. Next, I would like to introduce our great friend, and colleague from the College of Engineering, the Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs and Provost of the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, Dr. Andreas Congaleras.
Thank you, Tony, and thank you all for joining us for this very special event in the history of not only mechanical engineering, not only the College of Engineering, but the University of Illinois. I can't help but reflect on where we are today compared to 1950. 1950, I was not born yet. But mechanical engineering was alive and well and setting the path forward, not only for the University of Illinois, but for the entire world. You already heard several of the stories of the successes that this department has contributed to the University of Illinois and to the world. But the thing I would like to emphasize the most is something that sometimes we tend to forget. And that is that from all disciplines in engineering, one that stands out in terms of how they approach making new things happen as something that belongs to everyone. Something that no matter where you're coming from, no matter what your preparation is, no matter what education you had, you can be part of, is mechanical engineering. And if you have noticed the history of the advances in mechanical engineering, one of the things we tend to forget is that many of those sophisticated machines that are being used for making very complicated structures are also those machines that have democratized making in ways that today everyone who has imagination, passion, and interest can be a maker. And I say this because the way this new building for the mechanical engineering has been reimagined is exactly with that outward-looking way of inviting the campus to come and become part of one of the most intricate disciplines in engineering, mechanical science and engineering, in ways that has not happened before. I don't believe I can think of any other building that has been imagined for a mechanical engineering department that has the ability to invite people to come and contribute to ideas of how you make things happen. And as you think about those 3D and laser printers that now we can have in our own homes, always think of the next way in which we can make things. Some of those initiatives are going to be starting in this department, and I will tell you, many of those initiatives are going to be envisioned and inspired by those who are not mechanical engineers, but those who want to make things happen. And this is what is exciting to me in my role as Provost, seeing how the campus opens up even the most intricate disciplines like engineering to make everyone who comes to Urbana-Champaign a member, a partaker in all the innovation that the world needs in order for us to move forward in ways that everyone prospers, everyone contributes to the well-being of society. And I want you to reflect on this. This is what the University of Illinois has always been throughout its history. We are serving the world in ways that very few other institutions are approaching. And we are doing it because we are a long-run research university. We have a mission that sometimes has been forgotten, and that is to anticipate the education needs of the world in ways that the world will benefit from and sometimes will not even appreciate. But this is not what we do. We do it because we believe that making things happen is our responsibility. So thank you for having me here to contribute with my words to this special ceremony. Thank you, Sidney. Thank you, Jenny, for being with us and being big believers that when Illinois decides to make something happen, we will find the people we need to make it happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andreas. And we're very grateful to have with us today Dr. Robert Jones, the Chancellor of the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Thank you, Professor Jacoby and Dean Wan, for inviting myself and Provost Chancellor to be part of this groundbreaking ceremony today. You know, one good sign of a university that's on the move, this is my second groundbreaking in the last 4 hours. That's what we do in Illinois. So I'm very, very happy to be here on behalf of the entire University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign community to, first of all, thank Sidney Liu and Jenny for your latest visionary investment in the future of this great college and this amazing department. You know, I have to say, having spent 34 and a half years in Minnesota, it's a little chilly in here today, even for a former Minnesotan. But it tells you a lot about mechanical engineers. Not only are they great at innovating in structural kinds of issues and coming up with new innovation, but they're pretty good weather forecasters as well. Because I tell you, even being in Minnesota, I certainly appreciate your vision of having this tent around us today. Let me be a bit more serious here. This is just not about laying a physical foundation, folks. It is about the educational and scholarly opportunities for our students, our faculty, not only for the years to come, but for generations to come. This is certainly a transformational moment, both for this corner and for the future of innovation and discovery at this great university. And that is a reality that we celebrate today and is what this new addition to mechanical engineering building represents for our students and our faculty and our staff, and I will go so far to say to the entire state. So Sidney, again, your generosity and your investment here in Illinois continues to create new capabilities that let us push back the limits of exploration and invention. And as you've heard Provost Chancellor say so often, investment like these are what let the faculty and the staff and students at Illinois do the work that keeps forcing the rest of the world to redefine the word impossible. This is going to be certainly a space where imagination and engineering come together in a very dynamic way. It will be the space that lets collaborations and speculation flow freely and continuously. It brings together new labs, new community, new spaces, and new learning and innovative activities, and learning and innovative classrooms. We are integrating teaching and learning and technology here in ways that leads to real-world solutions and to the seamless transition of theory and instruction into practice and to impact. So in short, this transformation gives our students and our faculty a place where the only question we cannot truly find an answer for will be, what will we discover next? So saying on behalf of the campus and the entire university, thank you so much again for believing in the power and the potential of the University of Illinois to change the world. And it's my great pleasure to have you with us today, and your generosity is just overwhelming. So thank you so much. My great honor to be here with you.
Thank you very much, Chancellor Jones. Now, to introduce our guest of honor today, I'd like to welcome back to the podium Provost Chancellor.
Well, it's not a difficult thing to say words about Sidney Liu. What is difficult is to capture in these few words who Sidney Liu is and what he represents. But let me try to share with you something that perhaps even I know several of you know, perhaps not all of you know. I'm not going to talk about how Sidney is a self-made success, someone who rose to the top of one of the largest corporations in the world and in his role as executive vice president. I'm not going to talk about the fact that he is the first chairman and CEO of Foxconn Interconnect Technology. I'm going to talk about how Sidney Liu made that happen and why the University of Illinois is very proud to have him as an alum. In the 70s, this university stood out as the place where the nation of Taiwan was sending some of the best and the brightest to come and get educated in the frontiers of electronics technology, in anticipation of the fact that these transformational technologies that were being taught here at the University of Illinois will hold promise for the nation of Taiwan to stand up and become an economic power. And many of those students who came here went on to become very successful and go back to Taiwan and establish the microelectronics industry in ways that no one would have imagined. Because of the University of Illinois, because of how welcoming we were as a university to those students from Asia, how welcoming we were to this talent and embraced their talent in the way we moved forward. And in 1981, Sidney and his brothers and their mother came here to be part of this university. And because of their mother, these brothers did amazing things. And I say this because when I think about amazing things, I know of no one who has been a student on this campus, and I'm sure there are many, but I know of no one personally other than Sidney, who, as freshman, he completed 58 credit hours in 1 year. 58 credit hours. And I say this because I do not know what was driving Sidney as a freshman on this campus to do this, which was an insanity in many ways. But, you know, he wanted to get a degree in mathematics, he wanted to get a degree in mechanical engineering, he did that. But you see where I'm trying to go with this? I'm trying to go with this down the following path, that we offer so much on this campus to students. And we have students who cannot wait to take advantage of all the things that this campus can offer. But what we offer, and what it is so important for us to appreciate, is we offer our world, the world of a land-grant university, to the world. And I say this because that is what made all the difference in the world. We're here today to celebrate this new mechanical engineering building because the Liu family embraced the opportunities in Illinois in ways that you can see the result today, and we are celebrating. So without any further ado, please help me welcome to the podium our alum, Mr. Sidney Liu.
Chancellor Jones, Andrea, my friend, Tony, and of course, Bashir, and my friends from all the way California, and of course my local friends, my dear house mother, Tam Wei and Charmaine. Thank you for being here, and thank the rest of you guys for being here. It's been an honor, so I reflected upon that. I have to say, it all started in the beginning, and really the person that I thank for the most is my mother, who has a foresight to bring the kids here for a good education. Actually, it's not only good, it was great. And along the way, all my mentors, professors, Professor B.T. Chow, Professor Su, Professor Yao, Professor Miller, Professor Eddie, the names go on and on. I couldn't thank enough of all the great teachers that touched my life. Secondly, I really appreciate Eddie and Andrea when we first met at Illinois. You guys opened up the opportunity and let me know the ways that Illinois has progressed and what the little part I can do with it. Thank you. You guys are the initiator. You guys open up my mind and look at this and see what I could do in a small way to contribute to the continuing success of this great institution. And thirdly, I need to thank, of course, my life partner, Jenny, for supporting me all the way. I mean, like you said, I'm a hard knock on working hard. So besides in school, also at work, and as you know, success doesn't come easy. It comes with sweat and tears. So you need great support from your family. Thank you, Jenny. And thanks all my friends that are here to witness the moment. Frank, Prudence, Shirley, Sunny, Steve, Rachel, Charmaine, and Auntie Tom. And of course, I have to thank, when I was in school, my partner in crime, Chris, who joined me in this journey and graduating. And of course, he's always my comfort blanket, because I always tell people, oh, business is easy. You know, look at my brother. He graduated in 3 years, got his master in 1. Look at engineering. It's so much tougher. And I have to thank Andrea for being honest. I mean, although he previously was from EE, he did admit that the foundation of engineering is mechanical. And I'm here with gratitude, with pride, and with joy. Hopefully, we have planted the seed for learning, for innovation, for collaboration. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sidney. If I could get you to come up one more time, we have a small gift we'd like to give you. And now, we'll get it to you. And now for what we all came here for, if I could please ask Sidney, the Chancellor, the Provost, the Executive Associate Dean, and Professor Pereira to join me at the shovels, and we'll break the ground. Thank you everyone for coming. There will be refreshments, and I thank you for braving the rain, and congratulations to everyone.